Hey guys, this is Sagevalentine, and this is my review of The Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 9, entitled, What Happened and What's Going On? What did I think about this episode? I'm so bummed that Tyreese died. But on a lighter note, at least the episode was like a dedication to his character and kind of to Chad Coleman. Because a character like his, you don't really see on television too much. You don't really see a big, jolly, soft and cuddly black guy, if I have to go down that road, on television. And I do like how the show changed his character, because Tyreese, if you don't know, had the role of Daryl in the comic book, because Daryl didn't exist in the comic book, or he's not in there as of yet, although things could change in the future. But Robert Kirkman seems kind of stuck on the fact of Daryl not existing in the Walking Dead comic book universe. So when they introduced Tyreese, I was pretty happy that he was coming so he could be a part of the mix. And to me personally, I don't know, being at, Comic-Con, seeing him sitting on stage, and then being at Walker Stalker and seeing him with the fans and stuff, it was pretty awesome. So, I'm not as upset as I was yesterday, but I'm still upset that he died. The blame falls sorely on Noah, because it was his idea to go back to Sherwood Estates and to see his family, even though it had been a while since he had seen them. Right now in Walking Dead, they're working basically off of word of mouth. They really don't know what's going on. Communication is done. And it wasn't so much of them returning to Wilshire as it was the fact that Noah just ran off without thinking, and Tyreese, having the big heart that he has, ran off behind him. And they went right to Noah's house. Tyreese was supposed to do the whole Daryl check of, instead he did some, and then they just went inside. Daryl, if you remember when he did that, or when he does that, or when any character does that, they wait a minute until the walkers appear. And then they go inside and they battle and they look around. It was sad that Tyreese had finally come to a point whereas he was okay, and then of course he had to die. But then I'm realizing and remembering that whenever a character is a voice of reason, whenever a character makes it to a certain point where they are okay and they seem to be happy, they always end up dying. Maybe not so much Beth, because Beth, started changing as a character. But I think you guys know where I'm going with that one. It was sad during this episode that Glenn feels like some of this, of what has happened, is his fault, because he wouldn't allow the group to, kill off the Terminites. And he felt like if they had just done things differently. And then he started talking with Rick about what happened at the hospital with Dawn, and how he would have killed Dawn regardless, because Rick was kind of feeling like, I could tell she didn't really want to do it, or she didn't mean to do it, but I still would have killed her. Then we see Michonne wanting to settle down and nest in Sherwood Estates, only to find out that the area is not what it appears, and apparently some force, or as I know of it, as a big bag of crazy, and it's coming soon, probably towards the end of the season, pretty soon. They popped up out of nowhere and ransacked Sherwood Estates, knocked down the wall, and basically killed off the walkers, and what it appears to me like they also killed a hell of a lot of people, because those body parts that we saw like thrown around and bodies burnt didn't just look like walker bodies. Those looked like people bodies that were trying to get away. There were a lot of omens in this episode as well. Hearing Andrew Lincoln's voice as that announcer on the radio during Tyrese's little flashbacks, talking about the group going around and ransacking people, and I guess acting like a bunch of savages and animals. If you read the comic book, you know who that is. If you didn't, just wait. It's a mess. Then it was the barbed wire, the baseball bat, and the chopped up body parts. Again, you will see who did that pretty soon. And I do believe it will connect to that episode when Beth and Daryl went off to the country club when they were trying to find the group. And they went inside and all the rich people were dead. And they found that spoon. It said like Washington, D.C., which is also the reason why a lot of people sent spoons to AMC to try to bring Beth back, even though Beth is definitely not coming back. But it was cool how they put her and incorporated her into this episode. Hopefully we'll see her a little bit later, you know, to kind of see how they buried her and to see how Maggie is dealing with her death. But anyway, you're going to see that crazy with the barbed wire and everything pretty soon. It's sad that Sasha lost a man that she loved and her brother in what appears to be like less than a week. The wound is still fresh. What else did I leave out of this review? Oh, in closing, in case you were confused by the flashbacks, just so you know, those were omens leading up to Tyrese's death from the blood on the picture, from the pictures of the twins, Judith in the little basket, seeing Mika and Lizzie riding in the car. All of those were omens. And seeing Mika, Lizzie, Bob, Beth, Martin, and the governor were also both sides of Tyrese's subconscious. Martin and the governor represented his regret and his remorse, and Mika, Lizzie, Beth, and Bob represented the positive side and the peace that he would meet as soon as he dies. Alrighty, make sure that I didn't leave anything out before I close this video out. I don't think I did, but if I did, definitely let me know. But in closing, it was pretty awesome how Tyreese basically didn't feel, I don't know why I turned the TV on, I'm sorry guys, basically didn't feel, in my opinion, when they had to chop his arm off. And everything came as a surprise, which some people saw as a cop-out, but I'm glad he didn't see it coming. And also, and when I say as a surprise, I mean the bitings, like with the little boy that was Noah's brother, and then that big walker that was kind of the governor rushing towards him that turned out to be a big walker. But in the end, when they took his body out of the car, when the group tried to save him, after they chopped off his arm, and even before that, before I get to that, when he was fading off in the car and everybody was telling him it's okay, just let go, it'll get better. And again, when they took him out of the car and everything, and the group was dealing with that after he had died. And then when they were getting ready to, when they buried him while Father Gabriel was doing the sermon and everything, it was definitely sweet, and I'm glad that they gave Chad Coleman that goodbye. But I think the coolest part about the ending was when Rick, like, allowed everybody to put the dirt on the body, and then he went back and he dug the body up, and it made me laugh, because I'm sure a lot of people were like, what the hell was that? Well, the reason why they did that goes all the way back to season 2, when the group figured they shot the walkers and they were dead, and come to find out they were not. Rick was making sure that Tyreese would not come popping up and become another, like, a part of another Million Walker March that's coming after the group. But anyway, guys, I thought that was pretty cool. Thank you so much for watching this review. I know it's a little discombobulated today, but at least Tyreese is at peace now. I'm going to miss his character so much. Don't forget to rate this video, comment, and subscribe to my brand of crazy. Also, check the links below. And check out my Twitter and Google Plus, Sage Valentine. Until next time, until my Apprentice and Sleepy Hollow reviews, you guys all take care. I love you all. Bye, guys. Bye.